Much a giant in local and state politics and community service died today. State lawmaker Bill Crawford was a force in politics and among people. And joining us now is radio icon and journalist Amos Brown to tell us more about the legacy of Bill Crawford. What a man.
It definitely was a man. 40 years, just a legislative career, probably the most influential African-American politician in the state's history. And that's not to disrespect the history-making of Dick Hatcher, first African-American mayor in the state in Gary, or the late Julia Carson, but he just was such a force.
He was a force. He stood by what he believed to be true. What will you most remember about him? On what issue will you say, yep, that's Bill Crawford?
I don't think you can pick one issue. That's the beauty of Bill Crawford. He was involved in so much, whether it was legislation in terms of protecting civil rights, whether it was his work in every time there was a big major civic thing, the Dome, Circle Center Mall, expansion of IUPUI. He made sure that minority-owned and women-owned businesses got a piece of that action. So it wasn't just one thing, Raphael. It was just a whole raft of things.
Among the many raft of things to talk about, of course, is youth and education.
Yes.
This week we head into Circle City Classic weekend, beginning right now with the pep rally, but then tomorrow with the parade and the game. And he was so involved as well in making sure that young people had access to education.
Now, education was very, very important to him, and it might have been because he was a high school dropout, went from high school directly into the U.S. Navy, a Navy veteran. But he always cared about the proper educational funding, particularly for our public schools. He felt very strongly about school integration, but also that the quality of that education had to be great.
Amos Brown, thank you so much for joining us on the Now.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time.